This is Hose Jockeys Unite, the only episodic podcast that strives to not only educate and entertain those in emergency services, but to give an inside peek inside the fire and EMS services to the general public. We are here to leave a legacy for future generations. And now, here are your hosts, Chris Edwards and Jay Gallagher. And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of The Day Room, Hose Jockeys Unite. My name is Chris Edwards, and this is my partner in crime, Jay Gallagher.
What's up, everybody? How you doing this evening?
It's doing good, Jay. So what do we got going on tonight? How have you been?
Well, got a lot of things going on, Chris. Got a lot of things going on. Basically, what I want to touch on tonight is leadership in the fire service.
Okay.
And it's based on a video. It's based on a video that I watched a couple 3 weeks ago. And the main point of this is, how are you going to be an effective leader when you yourself are breaking the rules? Now, here's what I'm talking about. In this video, it was a municipal department in Florida. I'm not going to call out any names to protect the innocent, so to speak. But they were at a working warehouse fire, and everybody on the scene was in full turnout, with the exception of the engineers, who did have their bunker pants and helmet on, and the chief officers that was on scene. These chief officers, one, were not stationary. As we all know, command needs to be in a stationary place, whether it be on scene or across the street or wherever. Command needs to be in one spot, and stay there till the end of the incident. That's what you got your captains, lieutenants for, is to relay you the information back. But these chief officers was going into an IDLH atmosphere, no gear, no ABA, just their duty shirt and pants. That's it. They were going into the same areas where the firefighters were going, and running the show. How can you be an effective leader on the fire scene, or even administrative, if you don't follow your SOPs?
Exactly, 100%.
Now, Chris, you feel free to jump in anytime on this and put your 2 cents worth in.
Sure.
But the main point of this, folks, if you're not going to be following your department's SOPs, then how are you going to gain the respect of your firefighters?
Good point.
How are you going to gain their trust? And if you keep it up, they're going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Lackadaisical? Is that the correct word I'm looking for here? About following the SOPs themselves. Oh, Chief such and such can get away with going in without an air pack. Well, I ain't gonna put my air pack on today. I just don't. My back's sore. I just don't feel like doing it. Well, old school, like back in the days when my dad was on the job, and actually when I first started, I mean, that was one thing, not having an air pack on, because the furniture inside of the building or inside of a structure wasn't made from the same stuff that it is today. You got a lot more petroleum-based products that they're made from, foams, the actual upholstery itself. that makes your atmosphere that much more toxic and that much more deadly.
Right.
Now, these two chief officers, I do not know if they were reprimanded for what they done, or it was, good old days Joe Blow, you know, um, get away with murder type thing. I don't know, but they should have been reprimanded because, again, how are you going to gain the respect and the trust of your subordinates if you're breaking the rules yourself?
Right. Exactly.
They put these SOPs that the fire. Go, go ahead.
No, no. My question was, at what point in the fire was this
The
happening?
during the hot point. I mean, it was from giddy up to woe. They were going in and out of the IDLH atmosphere, literally from the time the first engine arrived till the last engine picked up the last shot of hose and pulled off.
So how did they not even die?
And that's a good question. You know, my grandma always used to say that the good Lord protects the drunks and the stupid. So
True.
maybe it falls under that category. But it used to be, if you put on one of the two air packs that was on the truck at the time, you were a sissy. And if you were the last one to throw up after the call, you were the macho man of the scene.
True.
Nowadays, with all the stuff that is in, you're a dumb ass if you don't. And it makes no sense to me. And it boggles my mind. These SOPs are written and enacted for everyone's safety. From the chief officer right on down to the fresh out of the academy probie, first day on the job probie. But what good are they going to do to you? Good, or let me rephrase that. What good are they doing you if you're not following them? And a few years later, you wind up with cancer. And we all know that there's all kind of carcinogenics in that smoke that is cancer. And it, it just baffles me to the point where it actually made me mad when I watched it. And my oldest son and I were talking about it while it was going on, and I mean they were all up in it and breathing it, and we're both like, how, why? You've got equipment on the truck, you've got your gear in your Chiefs buggy, go put it on. Nope. There was one chief officer that we seen, and I don't know if he had the safety division or what, but he was dressed out. And if he was the safety officer on the scene, he should have pulled the chiefs out. He has the authority to do that. He can do that. He should have done that, but he didn't. I don't know if he was one of them deals where he was scared he'd get fired or for bucking the chief or what. But Jesus Christ, if you're saving the man's life from dying from cancer or smoke inhalation or whatever the case may be, so what if you get written up? So what if you get yelled at? So what if you get called into the office for a hand slapping? Big deal. You done your job, which you were not doing on this particular scene. Like I said, everybody else, from captains on down, full turnout, full SCBA, with the exception of the driver operators, and they did have their bunker pants on and their helmets on. But I mean, I can't say nothing against that, because when I was driver operator, I've done that I don't know how many times. But Chris, what do you think? What are your thoughts? Can you hear me?
So go ahead. I'm still here. Go ahead.
Uh, what are your? I lost audio there for a second. What are your thoughts uh on this situation?
Oh no, what I was saying was, even like you, when I was a driver operator, I never wore full turnout gear, but it only took a second to throw a code on in a pack if you had to go in and grab somebody. I mean, it's easier not to have it on for that. But yeah, chief officers, anyone entering a structure should be in full turnout gear. I agree.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there's been situations where when I was driver operator, that the wind changed direction and started blowing the smoke over to, covering me up. I reached in the cab, got a pack out of the cab, and threw it on. We had the little voice uh, box things that made you sound like a robot from a bad sci-fi movie, and it they could understand my radio transmissions and everything. I mean, like you said, it don't take 30 seconds to put on a coat, and another 30 seconds or less to put on a air pack, and it just it the way these chief officers acted just boggles the mind. From NIOSH or OSHA or or any of them would had have seen that, their heads would have exploded.
Right, right.
And but it's something that you need. Uh oh.
What's
But
that?
you know, full full turnout. I don't care who you are. At least if you're going to be on the scene, don't go out your full turnout. And at a minimum, wear your bunker pants and your helmet, and stay if you're staying outside,
Yeah,
which the chief officer should have done. Stayed outside.
well, any
And
I was gonna say, any department I've ever been on, we'd have gotten reamed if we didn't have our
mhm.
full turnout gear on.
Oh, same here. Same here. I don't know what makes this particular department think that they can get away with it, um, but evidently they think they can. And if the right people seen that video, I'm sure they'd have got a nasty gram from somebody.
Right. So
I would
the
hope they would anyway.
just a question: the chief officers in question, did they look like they were younger than us, or around our age, or older?
Late 50s, early 60s, maybe. Almost coming from retirement.
Old enough to know better. Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, I understand you not not putting on everything if you're not going all the way, if you're not going to go in. But like I said, at least be like the engineers, put your bunker pants and your helmet on, because you know you walk through a puddle of water that's ran out of the building, and your street shoes, they're going to get wet. They're going to soak through. You're going to get your socks wet. It's going to, you know, you could get this, whatever ethyl methyl bad shits in that contaminated water,
Right.
uh, absorbed, sub Q. I mean, this is a dangerous profession we're in, guys, and they make these SOPs and they make turnout gear for a reason. And if I'm stepping on toes, then so what?
So be it.
Really? I mean, I didn't live long enough to retire from it, by playing stupid games like that. And that's exactly what it is. It's just you playing with your life. It might not be immediate, but long term.
Right. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and forever.
Exactly. Excuse me. But I mean, why chance it? I mean, it's like I say when we sign off on the shows. Somebody at home loves you. Only God knows why. But you know, is in playing games with your life is it's not very smart to me.
No.
Now, this is going on right now. There's an airplane flying over our house and his engine's sputtering, like he's having mechanical trouble. We don't live too far from the airport, but you can hear it. We got our windows up, and you can hear it. So I
Sounds
hope
like
he makes
Alamance
it.
might be paged out to something here in a minute.
Yeah, right. But get back on the subject at hand. Not going, like I said, I'm not going to mention any names, but it was a larger metropolitan department in Florida, and it was a department that should have knew better. And wear your turnout gear. I can't emphasize it. I can't emphasize it enough. Wear your turnout gear. Wear your SCBA. Don't go into an IDLH atmosphere without it. And play by the rules, and you'll have a nice, long, safe career in the fire service. But if you want to do like these two chief officers did, it's your funeral. Um, if it's determined that you didn't have your PPE on, it now let me back up. It used to be this way. I don't know if it is now or not. Like y'all know, I've been out of it a while. It used to be that if you got killed on the scene, or long term you died from something from a if it was proven at that fire that you didn't have on all your turnout gear and your SCBA, then the insurance that is carried on you by the fire department wouldn't pay. Now, we all know that I don't know about a lot of the volunteers, but the some of the volunteer departments, um, a lot of and I know the larger city departments do it. They have you're insured. I mean, your wife and kids be taken care of. That's what you're insured for. I mean, this might sound morbid, but if it's if you're at a fire scene and it's your time to go, wouldn't it be better that you had on all your PPE and know that your family will be taken care of? Or would you rather not wear it and, it comes to light that you weren't in full PPE and your family? Which would you rather have?
Right, exactly. And you are absolutely correct. It's 100% still the same way. If you don't have your PPE on and you're not wearing it properly, and it's proven that it wasn't you weren't wearing it, then you get nothing. Absolutely
No,
nothing. Even if you just get injured, NIOSH and OSHA can decline any kind of workers' comp claim that you have just because of that.
yep. Now, I mean, things like, you know, the summertime heat exhaustion. You can't. You got to turn out gear on. You can't help that injury. With the exception of rotating out, rehabbing.
Yeah,
But
and
as we
being in
all
good
know,
shape.
yeah, but as we all know, there's that one fire that you know is going to wipe you, and you're not going to. You might be able to make it in rehab, but you ain't going to have the energy to sling your coat back on and go back at it. So I mean that's you know if nothing, guys, gals, if nothing else, for the sake of your family, wear your turnout gear. I can't stress that enough. And it's a veterans firefighter. It's his job to teach the probie firefighter how to become a veteran firefighter.
Right.
And probies watching their chief officers go in, turn out. That's not the proper way to teach them. Not at all.
I mean, even as something as
So,
simple as an accident scene, if you don't wear your yellow safety vest and you get hit, you're still gonna not get anything. Or if you're
yeah,
doing extrication and you get injured on an accident, if you're not wearing proper PPE, you're not going to get anything.
exactly.
It doesn't have to be an
And
IDLH.
no, it does not. Any kind of accident that happen on any kind of scene. Uh, give you for instance, uh, up in Northern Virginia. Look at where was it at? Happened right first of February. Um, they got called. The fire department up there got called to a smell of gas in a house. They got there, found that a underground propane tank was leaking. Well, before they knew it, said propane tank found it in and literally blew the house off the map.
Yeah.
There was a crew of firefighters inside, and it blew one of them out the front door into the front yard, and unfortunately, he passed. But he had all of his PPE on, and even though he didn't make it, his family's taken care of.
Right.
They had a natural gas truck in Los Angeles not too long after that. It had called on, and they just knocked down, and it got the right mixture and blew up. And if you catch the right video of it, you can see one of the firemen flying through the air with the greatest of ease, as they used to say, uh, probably about 4 blocks away from the scene before he actually hit the ground.
Jesus.
He, he's, he's, as far as I know, I haven't heard anything different. He's still in critical condition. And, I mean, you never know. I mean, what could happen that if you don't fire your turnout gear,
True.
take you out. And um, I don't want to see that happen to anybody. And the thing going hit it hard from the yard, then transitional attack. Back when I first come on, it was grab your nozzle and go. Well, the theory behind the hit it hard from the yard and the transitional, I can understand. They're trying to reduce firefighter deaths, and I will say it has worked because the number of names being read at Emmitsburg at the National Fallen Firefighters Memorial is going down. So, but
Right.
if you look if you look at what happened, these guys, it was either health related. Excuse me, I don't mean to keep hiccuping y'all. I'm sorry. It was either health related or something that happened on scene, hit by a car, caught in the backdraft, you know, just natural things that happen on scene. The first time I went up there, I met this little girl. At the time, she was probably 9 years old, and she told me how her dad died. He was coming down from ventilating the roof, and his boot slipped off of the rung of the ladder, and when he hit, he landed on his air pack, and the air pack come up just right that he broke his neck.
Right.
It was right there at the base, at the base of his skull, from what her mother said.
C1 to C2.
But he had, and he had all his turnout gear on. That harness didn't have it on. If it's your time to go on a fire scene, go out being the hero, not the zero. Wear your turnout gear. So, you want to add in?
No, I don't know of anything else to add in. It's pretty cut and dry, pretty simple one tonight.
Well, kind of shorter than normal, but it's like you said, cut and dry. Wear your turnout gear. Go home to your family. And if you well, one thing I can add, if you see somebody on the fire scene doing that,
Tell them, yeah.
it don't
Fix
hurt.
it.
It exactly. It don't hurt to go up and say, "Hey, go get your gear on. I'll hold your nozzle while you go do it," or I'll take over what you're doing while you get your gear on.
Because who's the safety
I
officer
mean,
on the scene? Who's the safety officer?
everybody.
Exactly. Good answer.
Everybody's a safety officer. Whether you wear the helmet with the title on it or not, everybody's safety officer. And like I said, the safety officer on this particular fire I'm referring to, he wasn't doing his job, or he'd have pulled those two out.
Yeah.
And don't and guys and gals, don't doing something that's not safe. Get where it pushes it. Said, hey, Cap, well, the roof's giving away here. We need to get off. Don't be afraid to
Speak up. Yeah.
don't be afraid of the rank exactly. So, I mean, it might embarrass them and piss them off at first, but in the long run, they'll thank you for it.
Right, exactly.
And and then if they don't, they're what I call instant firemen. Just add water. They're just there for the pager and
T-shirt.
and the and the T-shirt and the thank you for your service type thing.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, there's a lot of
But
those out there.
unfortunately, true.
I've dealt with quite a few
Um,
in my time.
Now I've dealt with a bunch of them too, and I'll give you an example of one of the first training burn my oldest boy went to. It was him, these two other rookies, and the chief. And my oldest boy, Buddy, was third man back on the line, and the ceiling, gave way on them, and the attic was just ate up with fire. The two rookies that was up there with the chief dropped the line and ran. My oldest boy, Buddy, crawled up to the behind the chief and took the nozzle and put the fire out, and they come out. And the two probies that bucked and run on them, they were still standing there by the engine, and the chief told them, he said, "Take your gear off, leave it over there by the truck, and keep running. Don't come back."
They were volleys, obviously.
He said, "You could have killed us too." And yeah, he told us that you could have killed both of us. And not only could you kill both, my oldest boy and the chief could have killed themselves too.
Exactly.
But
It's,
you know,
death does not discriminate.
Just a prime example of I'm here for the patient. No, it does not discriminate against age, sexual orientation,
Creed.
nothing.
Right.
Yeah, creed, religion, it don't care. It's coming for you one day. I'd like to uh, leave mine a little bit further down the road, but I still have lots of things I want to do. But not wearing your turnout gear is not helping you get to that goal, folks. Yeah, I'm gonna keep harping on it because it was just one of them deals where you had to see it to believe it. And when I first seen it, I couldn't believe it.
You just told me about it, and I was like, "What? Are
But
you kidding me?"
yeah, but if you go to YouTube and you look uh, and you think of the larger metropolitan uh, fire departments that's kind of in northern Florida, you could find it. But again, I'm not going to mention what department name was to literally protect the innocent, because in my opinion, the ones that were playing by the rules, and SOPs, they're the innocent ones. The ones wearing the white shirts with the big mustaches are the ones that weren't the innocent ones.
Well,
So
honestly, if you want some good entertainment, and in hindsight, it's funny, but it didn't. It's not funny what happens. But if you go to YouTube and you just search for firefighter fails, they have like 1,001 million videos on different things that happen. And no, it's really not funny. But then on the other hand, it really is if you look at it. It's
yeah,
kind of like stupid pet
I,
tricks.
yeah, it, is I'm the world's worst about going and watching a video of something going on the fire scene, and I'll critique the hell out of it. And I'm bad. And any kind of firefighting, you can ask my wife. I mean, I'll get on a soapbox, like you will, but you really want a good one to watch, and you want a good chuckle, watch Firefighting Essentials video bloopers. That one's pretty good.
Now, I might just check it out.
But and watch Firefighter Close Calls too. There'll be some of what I'm talking about in that too. But well, Chris, if you don't have anything else, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for me. I mean, I think I've pounded into everyone's head enough to wear your turnout gear for one night.
Okay. Just going to do a little bit of stuff here. Basically, housekeeping stuff. We do it every show. Um, this is our affiliate program. If you're interested in starting your own live stream, check out EVMux. That's the software we use. Just click on the link or the QR code with your camera and follow our affiliate link. And if you decide to start your own show and do your own show, then it just gives us a little bit of a bonus. We also have a website up as well. Um, Again, another QR code you can look at. It's just jcfireproductions.com. It talks a little bit about our production company that we're trying to start, as well as the shows that we do, all the shows that are related to our production company as well. And if you feel like helping us out financially, feel free to. Here's our Buy Me a Coffee link. Just scan the QR code and you can donate $1, $5, $10, whatever you feel like, you want to donate to help the show out. Every little bit helps a lot.
Exactly.
And last but not least, we have a new podcast, totally on a different subject. It's called Enigma Theory. And it's basically what we do for fun. It's just a conspiracy theory podcast, and we just talk about different conspiracy theories and what people say about things that are happening in the world. So it's the Enigma Theory podcast. You can find a link to it on our website as well.
Yep. And if you have an idea for a show for us that you would like for us to research on and do a show on it, you can contact us through our email on the website. Because your participation helps guide our shows.
Exactly.
What do you want to hear, or what do you want to know about?
Yeah, we used to do a
And
segment.
as soon as
Oh, go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say we used to do a segment called. We used to do a segment called "Ask the Firefighter."
Okay, you go.
But we used to do a segment called "Ask the Firefighter," and firefighter tips. But that kind of got redundant because people weren't helping. So now we're just kind of like going on our own, just making up our own little things that we, little tips that we give out. Now it's your turn, Jay.
Okay. What I was going to say was, and I just totally forgot what I was going to say because I got to laughing at our little conundrum there. See, bloopers happen on live shows too, folks.
They do.
Talk to them, Chris. Let me think.
So, but yeah, any kind of audience participation, you can reach us on at our website. While he's thinking, you can reach us at our website. It's www.jcfireproductions.com. There is a contact us form you can fill out. It's also got email addresses and ways you can contact us. And we really appreciate audience participation. If you watch us live, you can chat with us via whatever, Facebook, YouTube, whatever platform you're watching us on. We also stream on Instagram and Rumble as well. So those are basically the 4 platforms we stream on.
And if you have the option to like and subscribe, please, by all means, do so. Turn the little notification bell on. Um, it's one of the few things in this world that's still free.
Right.
And
Exactly.
you know, and if nothing, if you don't get anything out of it but a good chuckle every once in a while,
Hey,
then we brightened
we'll
your day
entertain you
somehow.
too. So
Yeah.
so
Do you think we're entertaining now? You ought to see us together in real life. Oh,
no
I remember
doubt.
what it was. We are in the process of getting microphones and a camera, and we're going to be going out to various fire departments and doing a segment called the latest and greatest. If your department has any equipment you would like showcased, let us know.
Yeah, it doesn't have to
And
be
if
new
it's
or just anything you want to
no,
showcase.
if you have a parade piece, antique parade piece you would like showcased, that's fine. I love old fire apparatus. Um, and contrary to popular belief, Chris, when I first joined the fire department, we did not feed the engines hay.
No?
That was pop.
Oh, okay.
No, we fed, when I first joined, we fed them unleaded.
Unleaded.
But yeah, now it's high octane diesel. But yeah, if you got a new piece, old piece that you'd like featured, uh, or a specialized apparatus, let us know, and we'll do what we can to get to you.
Or if you have a new tool that's new and awesome and cool and you just want to show off your tool, it doesn't have to be an apparatus. If you have a new air patch, if you have a new set of irons, whatever. I mean, whatever you feel like,
Exactly,
you want to show off, we're here for you.
exactly. And plus, if you had when we get that part situated, if you would like to do your own in-house training videos to help teach your SOPs, let us know on that too. So, and like I said, we'll work something out and get to your department.
Exactly. We're trying to move towards more of a full-fledged production
So,
company as well as just doing our online shows.
exactly. And you know, we can't do it without your support. So, hit that like and subscribe button, turn your notification bell on, and you know, keep up with
Donate.
us. It's the only thing like I said, it's the only thing in this world still free. Yeah, donate. Yeah, you can donate. Um, I'm a fat guy. I like coffee. But with that being said, Chris, that wraps it up for me.
All right. Well, Jay, if you got nothing else on that, then I have nothing else today as well. So, we'll see you all. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you all next time. And Jay, 2 in.
2 out. See you on the other side.
See ya.